Okay, thank you. We have just adjourned from our closed session meeting. We did not take any action. And I would now like to call the meeting at 5. So we're going to close the special meeting. I entertain a motion to close the special meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, say. Okay, so that was voted unanimously. The special meeting is now closed. No action was taken. Okay. We're going to take about 5 minutes.
We're going to take 5 minutes.
We're going to take a 5-minute break and then we'll adjourn and then we will call the new meeting to order at 5:30.
Go to the break.
It is 5:40 tonight, Tuesday, June 21st, and I would like to call the meeting to order, our regular meeting at 5:30 PM. For the benefit of those listening in, we have all city council members in the room except for Mayor Wagner, who is absent. So at this time, if we will please all stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and the first items are from the Finance Committee, and so I will recognize Chair, Council Member Britt Moore.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Finance met at our regular scheduled time last Thursday. All items were presented and explained, and it was all unanimously approved. So tonight, council, I present a consent agenda with favorable recommendation for approval.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the Finance Committee consent agenda. All in agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously.
That's all I have, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Planning and Development, and we have one item, and it is the amendment of right-of-way encroachment, RE 19-0011 Verizon Wireless, and I will recognize Chris Andrews with the Planning and Development Department to do the presentation.
Good evening, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. Yes, Chris Andrews of the Planning Department. This is a request from Verizon Wireless to amend a previously approved right-of-way encroachment agreement only to change the location of a small wireless facility. As shown, there's an exhibit in your attachments. There are no other changes, and staff recommends approval. So they're taking a location kind of on the east side of Wendover and moving it somewhere else.
Are there any questions for staff? Okay, then I'd like to entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve item 2022-303.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval. All in agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any objections? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. All right, now we have a general business agenda item 2022-297. It's Senate Bill 300, decriminalization of local government ordinances. So I will recognize Megan McGuire to do a presentation.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. You guys will recall that at our last meeting held on June 6th, we presented this matter for the decriminalization of our Code of Ordinances. This was a direct result of Senate Bill 300, which was passed at the legislature earlier this year. We have gone through and reviewed everything to identify the places where we needed to either decriminalize or affirmatively criminalize certain sections of the code. We presented this to you, like I said, at the last meeting. That was our first reading of it. You all voted to approve the text amendment at the first reading. This is now the second reading, where if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask. And if not, then we can move forward with the second reading and the second vote. And if I didn't mention it, the first one was the public hearing, which was open and closed at the first reading. This is now the second reading. So do any of the council members have any questions related to it?
Okay, well, then I move that we approve the text amendment related to the decriminalization legislation on second reading because we find that it is neither consistent nor inconsistent with the city's adopted policy guidance, and the text amendment is necessary to comply with the state legislation.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Is there anyone opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. Okay, the next business item we have is 2022-298. speed limit concurrence for Weaver Avenue between Baker Road and Giles Avenue. And I recognize Matt Carpenter with the Transportation Department.
Good evening. Yes, this is a speed limit concurrence between City of High Point and NCDOT to change the speed limit on Weaver Avenue from 35 miles an hour to 25 miles an hour. The reason why we need this is because the city begins and ends in the street begins and ends in the city, but the bulk of it is outside the city limits, and that's where the speed limit signs will be posted. So it was done under the NCDOT petition process. So we need the concurring ordinance at either end.
Great. Is there any questions for,
So this was done under a petition to the state.
Yes, sir.
any other questions? Okay, then I would entertain a motion to approve this. Okay. There is a motion and a second to approve the speed limit concurrence for Weaver Avenue between Baker Road and Giles. All in agreement, please say aye. Aye. Is there anyone opposed? That motion carries unanimously. All right, we have another general business agenda item, 2022-299. It's the reappointment of Citizens Advisory Council, Oral Henry. And since this is Councilman Williams' appointee on the CAC, I will turn the floor over to you to make the motion.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I'll be quick with this. I just want to say a couple of thank yous to Mr. Henry, his service to the community and his willingness to serve on the Citizens Advisory Council. And so I'll make the motion to reappoint, or make the motion to approve item 2022-299.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the reappointment of Mr. Henry to the CAC. All in agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Okay, next, we have general business agenda item 2022-300, and that is the appointment of interim city clerk, Mary Brooks. Council is requested to confirm the appointment of Mary Brooks as the interim city clerk effective July 1st, 2022. This action is necessary due to the pending retirement of our city clerk, Lisa Verling. I'd make a motion to approve the appointment of Mary S. Brooks as interim city clerk to be effective on July 1st, 2022, until such time that the city clerk's position is filled.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries unanimously. All right, so we've got one last business agenda item, and it's 2022-301 for minutes to be approved. Are there any corrections?
Motion to approve minutes. Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. So if there's no further business to come before council, if there's not any objections to adjourn the meeting.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem, really quickly, I would like to thank the city for its support of the Juneteenth festival on Sunday. As more people come to recognize the significance of this holiday as it becomes now a federal holiday and is adopted around the country. I hope that we can continue to spread awareness and educate the city of High Point on the significance of this holiday, not to only African Americans, but to Americans in general, and continue to make this this festival a growing event that attracts the city annually. So I would like to thank the city for all their support.
Right, thank you. And let me just say one thing. I was just at the scholarship red carpet for the Miss North Carolina pageant organization, and I do want to just tell everyone they are in town. There's about 1,800 attendees that come into town. They make about a $677,000 economic impact. So if you see anybody out and about, tell them thank you for being here, and then we hope that the Miss North Carolina organization keeps High Point as their forever home. So, all right.
One more quick thing.
Okay.
We had the storm right Friday night, 5 o'clock or so. There was a lot of damage around town. Fire department, police department, staff.
Yes, sir.
the road crews, everybody, I made a few calls because I happened to be in the bullseye, but they do what they always do. And they showed up and showed out, and there's still a lot of work they're going to be required to do, and they're doing it short-staffed, so we're very fortunate. They deserve the recognition. Thank you.
Announcements, the meeting is adjourned. Entertain a motion to
So
adjourn?
moved.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed?